Son, and I'll be talking about video games and how they affect violent behavior, and I believe that they do cause violence in our youth. And this is my note cards. 1, 2, 3.
What?
3, 4,
5,
6,
7.
8, 9.
Like how the last guy said, he was talking about how violent video games do not cause violence. I believe that they do in certain points in time. Like, I'll be giving 3 reasons. The first reason is that since video games are so technologically advanced nowadays, it becomes so realistic, so it's kind of hard for people in their coming of age years to tell the difference between virtual world and reality. The second one is that it desensitizes our youth by seeing explicit images such as prostitution, just mugging, carjacking in games like Grand Theft Auto and other call-up games like that. And it also lowers empathy in people's eyes towards strangers, family, and friends. For my first source, it's going to come from an online article from Melinda Meyer from Scientific America, and she talks about how realistic games are getting nowadays. It's like how I said earlier, mostly the target age for these video games are usually kids around like 12 to 18, which is their development years, and it can be hard for them to tell from what's right and wrong in their world in like cyber and reality. And there was a study done that says that people who were sent to the principal's office, they were taking a survey as part of their punishment, is that 4.8% of kids actually do not play video games. The other percent is they dabbled in some sort of violent video game playing. And even with constraints towards these kids, after they went to detention, they put restraints on the kids to see if like limitation would reduce aggressive acts against each other and other stuff in the school. And it showed that over time, the kids got more aggressive. The second reason that I brought up was desensitization towards our youth, and it came from an online news article from Christina Lyon from the CQ, and her name was Christina Lyon. She talks about how like behavior and tendencies can be lowered from seeing like how often it occurs in video games. So they see that it's more common occurrence to see mugging, violence, shooting, all that stuff to make it more commonplace. Just as like explicit images and other stuff. And they also see crimes that are not too serious. And the last key point that I was gonna bring up is the lower empathy in the media. The media, what's it called? Media violence has also been technologically advanced throughout the years, so they actually it's a lot easier to broadcast news nowadays. With that, like technological advance, it's a lot easier to see how things are shaping out in the world, such as violence over like in Iraq and other places in the world that have violence as a day-to-day issue. They also did a study on emerging adulthood kids that are usually becoming out of like high school, 18 to 29, where they did a study to see how their pro-social behavior would affect family, friends, and strangers. And they did a study where they showed that out of those 3 categories of people, that they showed lower empathy and kindness for strangers mostly, and also friends as well. And yeah, those are my 3 reasons, and the 4 sources that I used were the online article from Melinda Meyer from Scientific America, the CQ, Christina Lyons, and media violence, the link between video games and physical aggression by Michael Snyder, and the video game violence, empathetic concern, and pro-social behavior by Ashley Free.